Welcome back everyone, and welcome back to some more F1 2021 My Team Career Mode Season 3. We are heading into the UK Silverstone Grand Prix in this episode. It is 8 of 16, so we are almost at the halfway point of the whole season. Last time out we had a bit of a heartbreak, and I think we got scammed by Renault. If you haven't seen that video yet, please be sure to check out the link in the description. There's a link to the playlist of all the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode videos, so please be sure to catch up with the series. Now that everyone who has not been caught up with the series is gone, let's move on with the British Grand Prix, and hopefully we can do better than last time out. Before we continue though, just want to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that red button down below is pressed and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when that next video goes live. F1 2021 My Team Career Mode series will continue on the channel as well as other gaming videos, so please be sure to join this community and also subscribe and support the channel while you're here. Thank you guys for the support, thank you for stopping by, and let's move on with the UK Silversync Grand Prix. So there we go. Ethan tells us that the team is sorry that we had to retire from the race last time out. We were driving pretty well and it was all brand new engine components that were in the car, and sadly it's the internal combustion engine that failed. Literally went 11 laps and then it just blew up. Don't know. I just don't know how that happened, but we still have a fresh brand new ICE component right there, so I think we should be good to see out the rest of the season with the number of components that we have, unless, for example, the British Grand Prix is difficult for the players. So maybe if we do end up being in the back of the grid, I'm going to take another engine component penalty and we'll do 7. We'll enter the 7th column of engine components if we need to. Anyway, speaking of which, we are P5 in the research and development, R&D. We are 5th, but we do have a lot of upgrades coming through today, like before the UK Silverstone Grand Prix, as you see here, 8th, 9th, and 13th of July, which I think should be enough to see us get most of these. We do have 3,000 resource points available, which we will use to trigger suspension geometry, which will come before the Belgian Grand Prix. So I think that's the last one that we need to trigger. Otherwise, we have a fully maxed out car, which is splendid news. So let's see what happens as we progress with time. So it's been a couple days and we have a development failure. The nose cone structure has failed in the chassis department. Otherwise, the upgrades for the gearbox failure analysis and turbo failure analysis have come through, so that is good. Internal combustion engine, we have one final failure analysis development coming through in 4 days, so hopefully that'll come in time for the next Grand Prix so that we don't have another ICE failure. In other words, front nose cone, this failed, so we'll get that before the Belgian Grand Prix, which is perfect. Let's move on. So let's take a look at our R&D progress here. I think some elements came through. The ICE failure analysis has successfully come through, so hopefully this will reduce the chance of our ICE component combusting. As you see, the durability improvement earlier was 53%, now it's at 87%, so we should be able to save this component a lot more. As you see, 87% seems to be the maximum, given that we allowed engine failures to happen. So we're going to move everything back to column 1, which is the practice column, and we should be in for race weekend. So let's head on into the Silverstone Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do, and let's head on into qualifying. Welcome to qualifying at the Silverstone Grand Prix in the United Kingdom. Of course, it wouldn't be the UK Grand Prix without some rain, and that is what happened in the pre-practice sessions, as well as we're expecting some rain at the end of the race today, so it was a good time to try out our wet setup, actually more like checking our dry setup in the wets, and I think we are in good shape for a good time. Overall, the practice programs were overall easy, but also considering that we triggered most of our research and development, I think we are in good shape to not do any of them. I just do them just to be acclimatized to the track and to be ready for the race ahead. So FP1 was overall straightforward. There was a bit of rain towards the end of FP1, which I didn't use because I didn't want to waste all my intermediate tires, all the wet tires that we have, because we are only given like 4 or 5 of each. I think like like 2 full wets and then like 4 intermediates. That's what we're given. So I don't want to burn through them and waste it on practice. So in FP1 I just did a couple laps on the hards actually. I finished the race strategy as well as the tire management on the hards, and we were able to set competitive lap times. I think it put us on P4 in FP1, which was hit with rain, so a lot of the cars didn't set dry compound tire times, so they were at the bottom of the list. But P4 was quite competitive. Sainz was broken or something because he was like a full 2 seconds ahead of people. So it was quite interesting to see the difference between the softs and the hards. And then in FP2 things kind of got normal because everything was on soft or mediums or hard, so the dry compound tire, and we were able to complete all our practice programs, and we set a quite negative lap compared to our standing. We were like P16 or P14 in that one, and then as well also in FP3 we were like P14. So we are quite slow around this circuit compared to the AI, and hopefully we can push harder. We didn't get any development boost because I think all our developments are under works right now. They're under development, so we'll not be getting any buffs from the practice programs, just some research and development points, which are going to be important at the end of the season when we prepare for regulation changes. So hopefully we'll be ready for those, saving most of our major upgrades in time for the next season. So yeah, it is time to head into qualifying. I have a dry setup in the car, and we'll let time fly. As you see, rain is expected in the final stages of the race, so we'll just have to see if we can get a competitive qualifying position for the race. In for a good lap here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see, turn baby, turn. Keep traction. Yes! P15. We got to do one more lap. Let's see if we can improve on it. Let's see if we survive. Lando Norris with a 122.0, P1. Nico Rosberg P12, and I'm P16. We make it through to the next round of qualifying. Russell, Latifi, Stroll, Aitken, Raikkonen, and Mazepin get knocked out. Let's see what happens in Q2. P14 is the best we can do. I think we gotta attribute the lost time to Maggots and Beckett's, or Beckett's and Maggots. Don't know the order those names go. 2/10 improved, still P14. Think this is the best we can do. We bow out in P14. Sergio Perez with the fastest lap, 121.5. Nico Rosberg just about making it through into Q3. Tsunoda, Verstappen, Ocon, myself, Schwartzman, and Schumacher get knocked out. Let's see what we can do from P14. We're not going to take any grid penalties. We're just going to start from P14. Hopefully we can get a podium.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of the Silverstone circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Ricciardo, Sainz, Giovinazzi and Nico Rosberg, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Esteban Ocon, Ace, Schwartzman, Mick Schumacher, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi, Stroll, Aitken, Raikkonen and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
P14 and remind me to get rid of that animation. It's starting to creep me out and it's starting to get obnoxious. Anyway, let's see what our strategy looks like. We are looking at a soft to medium strategy. We're going to use a lot of fuel on this circuit, I think, but let's start on the mediums and go down to the softs. Let's see if that... Okay, sure, 15 laps on the mediums, 11 on the softs. I like to end on the softer compound. Let's drop our fuel load a tad bit. I think we should be able to save some fuel by drifting into the corners. I'm going to give myself a little challenge and see if I can really make it. So, let's see what we can do from P14. UK Silverstone Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go immediately. A little shaky start, but of course we're going to be a lot slower than the soft compound tire runners. Didn't need to shift down there, but we did anyway. Oh boy. Back to P14. Vehicle condition.
No issues with tire wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Played around of bumper cars in the early stages. Finding myself only up to P14. It's really going to come down to strategy here. Because everyone's on the soft compound tire. I'm on the medium. So if I go long, will the overcut really impact our speed, our pace around this circuit? Maggots and Beckett's, I believe. Ooh, Tsunoda and Verstappen tussling. Tsunoda lost the position. I'm gonna try and catch up to them. Straight line speed on this baby is quite rapid. Shucks. Didn't need to take that exceeding track limits warning. Not making any progress on Tsunoda. Come on. Really need to start pushing on them, but I'm outside of the arrest zone. We're falling into the grasps of Schwartzman behind us. We need to find some pace here. The AI has unbelievable pace. They have so much grip through Maggots and Beckett's. How?
Incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
I've been neglecting my fuel settings here. I mean fuel levels. Schwartzman's gonna get me here, isn't he? Defend, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Whoa, side-by-side racing. That was a battle and a half against Schwartzman. I'm not gonna make up any positions, am I? It's not looking good right now. Struggle is real. Get out of my way, Schwartzman. That gap never existed. Vehicle condition.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Oh, Schwartzman took damage from it. I don't know, should I have left him more space? I mean, there was no space to begin with. I was driving there. Why did he go for the gap that didn't exist? Lap 10.
Behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
Yeah, I've noticed. Right now, I'm nowhere near anyone. Also, we're in a battle for fuel right now. Don't slip, car. I swear to God, man. Yeah, Schumacher gets within like 1.2, 1.3 seconds and then falls back in certain sectors. Because I'm faster than him there. That was a long coast. Come on, let's extend the gap to Schumacher, please. Oh dear, he's actually going to get within 1 second here, isn't he? Oh, just outside 1 second. He doesn't have DRS. Let's try and extend that again. Also, my fuel does not look good. Rosberg's in.
Is just peeling off into the pits now.
Soft compound tire runners are going in. Oh dear, Hamilton's coming for us right now. We're pitting in this lap. We're going to squeeze him on the outside. Oh, there was contact, I think. Maybe that was too aggressive of a squeeze. Oh, Hamilton's coming in. He does have damage. Anywho, none of my business. We're going on to the softs. Hopefully we can have a better soft stint. We've been stuck in the middle of nowhere with these mediums, so really hoping for a good pit stop and a good release. Yeah, alright. Let's hope for a good release, please. Tsunoda, etc. Okay, they're getting ahead. I think I might release P14. 2.7, still ahead of Hamilton. Very good. Hamilton on softs as well. We have 10 laps remaining. Where are we? P13, P14. Okay, cool.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Ah, right behind Schumacher. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Can we get Schumacher here? I think we can for P13. Nice move.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Gotta save some fuel though. Let's keep it going. Not sure if I can get anyone ahead. That was a crash. Vehicle condition?
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of
Oh, good. Schumacher just crashed into my side pod. Was worried about side pod damage there. Surely he has wing damage.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.3 seconds.
Not quite sure how quickly we can catch those guys. Dude, the AI is so broken there. Hamilton just gained 7/10 on me and it's almost impossible to drive the way I am driving. To take that like flat out. AI is taking those flat out. Maggots and Beckett's and then pretty much everything after Cobbs. Jesus Christ, Hamilton is rapid. It's gonna be a battle against Hamilton here. Come on now. Let's try to keep it clinical. Oh, he's gonna try it. He's gonna try it going on the inside here, which is impossible.
Gap to car in front is 10.5.
Oh, Jesus. Hamilton's gone through. Looks like he has wing damage though. Did he crash into me? Vehicle condition.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
No, he didn't crash into me. He's in the pits though.
Trailing our teammate by 17.9 seconds.
I don't have any pace around here, which is weird. No matter how hard I try. It's a no point finish, I think. that gap to the Red Bulls is going to extend.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Oh, well, that is not going to be useful, is it? Rain?
Up to the car ahead is 11.6 seconds.
The rain's coming in. That would be like after the Grand Prix, no? So what's the point? Should come sooner. So no rain expected pretty much for this Grand Prix. Oh, Lewis Hamilton's out.
Looks like rain is inbound.
Rain is inbound.
In around 5 minutes.
Not useful. Not useful at all because their Grand Prix is going to end in like 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Alright, another nicely taken S-curve sector. Maggots and Beckett's. We're moving on to the final lap of the Grand Prix with 0.19 laps of fuel in the tank. So we got to be careful with our fuel usage here.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
I know, buddy.
Final lap of the race.
We're really cutting it close, man. Coasting.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Yep, so we are in middle of nowhere. P13. Middle of nowhere. Can we finish this? I think we can, despite having only like just under a lap of fuel remaining.
Gap to car in front is 12.3 seconds.
Yeah, not gonna get any points today, but I think Nico Rosberg may have. Oh god, just as I was saying, we're on low fuel mode. Can we cross the line? Yes, we can. Just about crossing the line. Oh! Did I finish?
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari.
Well, that is one bizarre way to end a Grand Prix, crashing at the finish line, but I think we still get classified in P13 since we crossed the line. Yeah, what a race. Very difficult one, but I think we did all right considering how slow we were initially. Well, what a result. Charles Leclerc in a Ferrari gets P1, Verstappen and Norris on the podium. Gasly, Ricciardo, Bottas, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda and Rosberg in the points positions. Rosberg getting us 1 point today. Perez, Ocon, myself, Schwartzman, Russell, Schumacher, Latifi, Raikkonen, Mazepin, Aitken, Stroll, and Hamilton rounding out the rest. I think Hamilton did not finish, but he did get the 75% required to, or 70% required to finish the race, or classify as a finisher. Anyway, we are dropping now to P4 in the driver standings after Leclerc gets a race win today. 42-point gap to the leader Verstappen, and also a 22-point gap to Charles Leclerc. Rosberg in 6th still with 55 points, so it's a decent number of points between us. We are now dropping down to P3 in the constructors because of a poor day. Ferrari getting very big points today. 87-point gap to Red Bull and a 16-point gap to Ferrari. So hopefully we can keep the fight going, and hopefully we can continue to squabble with the Ferraris in the constructors standings. Another Silverstone Grand Prix is done and dusted. It's the most difficult track for us in a season, so it wasn't a surprise that we got no points after today. May as well have crashed out. I mean, it's back-to-back no points, and we've scored points so far throughout this season. Yeah, it's just a shame that we couldn't score points today. I couldn't find the pace. The AI had insane pace throughout the whole Grand Prix. Tried to get some points early on, or tried to get some positions early on, but it was up to no avail because everyone else was on softer compound of tire and they were a lot faster. And then even the pit stop strategy didn't work out in our favor. We still struggled a lot with it. A lot of squabbling here and there as people try to overtake us, but it is what it is. I think we got one overtake done on Schwartzman or Schumacher, I think. So yeah, at least you guys got to see a little bit of action. That was it for today's Grand Prix. Next up is, I don't know anymore, but we're halfway through this season, so I think it's going to be a contract negotiation time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when the next video goes live. F1 2021 My Team content will continue on the channel, as well as other gaming content, so please be sure to subscribe to join this community and stay in touch with me. Thank you guys for stopping by today. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. As always, please take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.